Welcome to 254Promo, a show where we are discussing the political future of this country as young Kenyans. And today, I'll start with a story for you. My grandfather was a Mau Mau, and I always used to ask him the question, Guka, why did you go to the forest to fight? And he always told me, we went to the forest to fight to liberate our country from colonial rule, so that opportunities would be available to all, irrespective of your race, tribe, class, or where you came from. But he told me, after independence, things changed, and the people they thought would protect them, the people they thought would create opportunities for them, didn't do that. Instead, they retreated to enriching themselves, using the state as a machinery for them to get rich at the expense of the other Kenyans. And he always used to tell me, Wilson, you young people, you are the only one who can rescue this country from the masters of impunity. You are the only ones who can make us realize the dream that we had in the forest while we were fighting. And the only way you young people can do this is by only ensuring that when you vote for the right leaders. And by this, we shall be able to make Kenya a more prosperous nation. Rest in peace, Guka. Karibuni sana. Welcome to the show. Today my guest is
Albert Mwamburi.
Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
I'm very happy to have you here.
Thank you, sir.
As I've told you, we are here to discuss issues affecting us young people. We are here to discuss some of the wrong decisions that we make. And we're also here to discuss the solutions that we have to those problems. But most importantly, we're also here to talk to all Kenyans everywhere in the world so that we make the right decision of electing the right leadership. Karibu sana. You have told me you come from Mombasa.
Yes, please.
How is Mombasa huko vipi?
Mombasa shwari kabisa.
Sawa sawa. I have a question. My question is, what are the issues affecting young people in Mombasa?
Thank you, Mr. Wilson, for giving me this privilege to come to 254 Promo show.
Yeah.
This is a show that it really enlightens. To me, it's an eye-opening, a transformational tool for where we want to go.
Yeah.
There are so many issues that are affecting people, especially the youth of Mombasa. And if the generation of the youth is perish, I don't think if we're going to have that kind of the goals, the objective, and the even achievement of the Vision 2030s.
Okay.
To start with, ningelipenda kuomba nitatumia lugha zote mbili.
Kabisa.
Sawa, haina shida. Kwanza kabisa ni swala la madawa ya kulevya. Hilo ndio kimepewa kipaumbele, kimechangia, it has been a contributing factor towards the decay of the moral in the society, especially from the family unit.
And the current leaders there, the PPO of Mombasa and all those,
yes,
are they doing enough to finish that problem of drugs?
Yeah, to some extent, I cannot say they're not doing enough. But one thing, remember, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. Because as the government has been transforming, has been reshuffling most of these police posts, you'll find time in memorial, but the same person who will come, he will not effect that change as from the lower level, because it's an hierarchy, something which has been used, something which has been there. You say, they know how they're going to coordinate, because pale mtaani, ule jamaa izakuwa jamaa mwajua kabisa, piga kesho atakwenda aongane kwa ile system ili apate protection. Ndugu yangu, nakumbuka na wewe hauna kitu, mkono mtupu wa urambwi, utafanya nini? Mtapiga kelele, lakini akifika kule, ile kesi hata kama itaanzishwa, itachukua muda, itafanywa nini, kidogo utaona inkwisha. Sasa hata mimi nashangaa reform zipi hapa Mombasa, na watu wanazidi miadarati yazidi kuingia kila siku. So, juzi nikashikwa pale bilioni sijui ngapi mliona pale Mombasa. Nataka kuniambia hakuna system to track ziliingia vipi?
So you're telling me police reforms is unheard of in Mombasa?
Unheard completely. Pengine Nairobi mali kwingine kule, lakini hapa mimi sijui. Manake juzi, for example, it was last year, cocaine worth 6 billion. It was intercepted in hapa Mtwapa. Niambie ndugu yangu, iliingilia wapi? Na tuna polisi kwote on a surround island zima. Where did it come from?
So it's a system.
It's a
Ni
system.
cartel
It's a
kubwa sana.
cartel kubwa. Manake hata mimi jamaa chini nitafanya, lakini mnyonge sina haki. Mwenye nguvu mpishe, atakugonga. Kisha utabaki umvunjika. Sasa wamwacha tu. Mimi ni ile tu kiwango changu ile, kama utanisikia kama ndugu yangu ama dadangu, uniwewe pia mwenyewe kuchukua ile responsibility na ujue ini maisha yako ubadilishe. Sio lazima pia serikali iingilie kati, waona.
We are appealing to the president, the prime minister, the security apparatus of this country. I believe we have the best intelligence, one of the best intelligence unit in Africa. Kindly, please, the police and everyone in the security docket, the drug problems is a big problem in Mombasa. We are losing many young people. We are losing talented young people. We are losing guys who could have become leaders. We are losing guys who could have transformed our country. Please, we are begging you as young people, kindly finish this menace for us. We know, you know those guys. You know who does what. You know who does what. Tafadhalini tuwaomba. Please bring a solution and let us not lose other young people to the drug problem. So, other maswala gani yengine ya for young people huko ya affect sana?
Sasa waona hili swali la madawa ya kulevya yamechangia, manake inafanya vijana wengi hawataki kwenda skuli. Na unajua education is the future for tomorrow. You cannot do something when you are not empowered, my friend. Hauwezi fanya chochote. Sasa unapata vijana wengi hawa, especially watoto wa kiume, hata siku hizo watoto wa kike wamejiingiza sana katika kila jamii, kila familia. Watu wawili watatu, they are victims of this drug abuse. It makes them drug behind. And for us to achieve this vision 2030, we need to have sober-minded people. We need to have the resources on the ground. People who have been trained. People who will implement the policies. And how can you implement the policies if you are not trained, my brother? Ona inakuwa shida hiyo. Sasa inafanya watu wengi hata maswali ya kwenda skuli hawachukuli na uzito. Hawaoni muhimu wa skuli, wanaona kama ambaye kupoteza wakati. Hata hao ndo wanaenda kuwasingizia wale wengine. They start inciting and trying to negative talk about the others about the school, because anaona akifanya kipata, they just stay for a day. Ona yeye atakachukua ile siku, lakini haangalii, they don't think 10-15 years to come, how will be my life, how do you want? Because me and you, we are responsible for shaping our future. It begins with me. The decisions that I take will have the consequence tomorrow and day after.
And like the drug problem, like you were saying, like the current leaders, guys who want to become the governor of Mombasa. I hear Balala, I hear Hassan Omar want to become the governor of Mombasa. Have they really come up with policies or with a manifesto and saying we are going to finish the drug problem in Mombasa? Umewasikia wakisema kitu kama hiyo?
Kusema sitaki kudanganya, wamesema. Lakini the most important thing, saying and doing, these are two different things. You'll just say whenever an issue has been exposed, nini, people one way or another as human, that is our human failure. Watu watasema, lakini the most important thing that is going to bring change, what practical steps are you taking to finish, to complete, to eradicate?
Unataka awambie, instead of telling you we will we'll solve the drug problem in coast, you want them to tell you we will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
as a collective
to finish the drug business in Mombasa. Okay, sawa.
Yes.
Thank you so much. What other issues are affecting young people?
Hiyo imechangia pia unemployment, ndugu yangu.
Hakuna
makazi kabisa, hakuna ajira. Nakumbuka bana, wewe ni mwanaume, jioni inabidi upeleke kitu, lakini kama una kitu wewe mwenyewe uko mwani, uko mkundukiraka, utafanya nini? Mkono mtupu wa urambwi. Hata mimi ndo nurambo mkono, niekee kitu ndo nitauramba, lakini hivi siwezi uramba. Makazi hakuna, zile ajira. Sio tuseme mambo ya ajira kubwa. Zile miradi kama juzi mapeni yanatolewa vijana, hatujaona hapa. Miradi kama vile car wash, waona zile hizi garbage collection, initiative ya kuja kupeana loans dogo, jamaa waanzisha hata welding, kunyoa. Hayo ndo makazi. Sote hatuwezi fanya kazi za kufunga tai ofisini, na hata ofisi zenyewe ziwapi ndugu yangu? Empower wale vijana at least, so oneshe njia. Mambo kuwapa kichuzi mwanangu mapene tuwasaidii.
And that's why my challenge to you guys from the coast, watu nyinyi mmetoka Mombasa, my challenge to you is make sure you elect leaders who will have solutions to that unemployment. Leaders who will come and tell you these are the steps that will take to create jobs for you here, to create opportunities for you. Na tusikubali kudanganywa, tusikubali kwa manipulated. Na challenge yangu ni huko Mombasa, vijana muanze kuongea mambo kuhusiana na siasa, kwa sababu tukiachia wanasiasa peke yako ndio watuambia juu ya siasa, hakuna kitu chochote watafanya. They only tell us those things that will work for them, hatuambii those things that will work for us. So nyinyi vijana kama Mombasa, mshikane kama no governor, senator, county representative, president, nani, anyone who is seeking to be elected in the next election, muensure mmechagua mtu mwenye atawafaa. That's the strong message. Atasolve maswala yote. Someone who has been affected by those issues, someone who lives with you, mwenye anajua maswala ya hii mtaani, hii na hii na hii. Huyo ndio akienda bungeni, akienda wapi, akienda county assembly, akienda nini state house, atajua shida za watu wa Mombasa ni hizi. Wanipata? Yeah. Swala gani nyingine mko nalo?
Swala unajua maswala yote yanachangia, naenda step by step na they are kinda interrelated.
Yeah, they are related.
Interrelated. Yeah. So unajua kama when you don't have employment, it automatically means that the level of your life you live in poverty. Ufukara utawazidi. Ufukara wanukia katika maboma ya watu, kienda mahali pengine waenda watu wankufa hawana chakula. Kisa na maana hawezi pata ajira, hawezi pata kitu ambacho jioni wewe mwenyewe kitakusaidia kujikimu na kukimu familia yako. Na kama ndugu yangu umaskini ule utakufanya hata utaadhiri afya yako. Mwanake utakuwa hafifu. Hizi issues zote umekula madawa, haujakula, utakufa. Na ukikufa na maanisha bana mambo mingi yankufa. Manake hayo mambo yangetekelezwa na wewe mwenyewe unkufa. Waona? Umaskini yachangia sana pakubwa sana, ni asilimia chache sana, sana. Na utapata jamaa wengi ambao sana na wale jamaa kutoka bara wanakuja Mombasani, wale kidogo ambao wamefunguka, they are illiterate, yeah. People who are focused in life, at least they can be able to accommodate themselves. But the basic people from the coast, poverty is really overtaking them.
Na hiyo poverty imetoka wapi?
Imetokana na hizi vitu system, imetokana system. Na ignorance, historical injustices. Unaona? Historical injustices. Una shamba ndugu yangu lakini hauna kibali, jamaa anatoka sijui wapi kule, ana bonge la shamba, jenga hoteli. Ilifanyika wapi haya? Infanyika wapi ndugu yangu? Sasa waishi, kesho jamaa atakuja bwenyenye dingi ya kutoa kwenda, na sasa hiyo na jamii na watu 10 mtaenda wapi? Niambie mtaenda wapi kama if you will not becoming a threat to the same society? Your particular ancestral issues. Jamaa uko na title deed lakini jamaa anakuambia, juzi ninasikia waziri akisema those title deeds are not genuine. Sasa zinatoka wapi kama sio genuine? Na hii babu yangu aliniachia. Kisa na maana kuna jamaa Nairobi sijui wapi kule Muitaliano ana title deed. Sasa hii yangu nani alinipa? Na nilipewa wakati wa Mau jamani, wakati wa mzee Kenyatta. Wewe leo nkuja waniambia yangu sio halali, yako ndio halali. Tuelekea wapi jamani? Waona umaskini sasa hivyo. No. Alafu yafanya which leads people to take advantage of others, even if it's going to jamaa atakutesa because he knows very well you don't have anything to do against him. Hakuna chochote utamfanya. Atakupa ulime hapa, akupe shilingi 100. Ndugu yangu sahi with the current kind of economy, what will 100 shillings do for you?
True.
What will 100 shillings do for you?
Nimekusikia Albert. And I've heard you. These are very hard issues.
Yeah, very difficult issues. You guys
in the coast are facing.
Yeah.
What other issues are you facing?
There are so many issues my brother facing. To an extent, these guys you are seeing making they've got issues, but the way they're presenting the issues is wrongly. You know, the arm of the government, mkono serikali ni mrefu. Sasa I believe in the power of dialogue. This dialogue inatakana na sisi vijana wa mtaani. It's high time tusije tukaa venye umesema. Ule jamaa atakuja na agenda zake, kujifaidi mwenyewe, lakini ni mimi na wewe kuketi kujua hapa mtaani tuelemishane. Jamaa umesoma katiba, unataka tuendelee kuishi hivi hadi lini? Tumetiwa madole siku nyingi, na usipochunga Mswahili akwambia usipotahimili lile dole utatiwa mkono mzima, ukistuka untiwa mkono mzima. Sasa wakati ndio huu ambao tunachukulia haya maswala, tusichukulie rahisi kama miaka yote. Miaka 5 impita, wapata mahali mtaani hakuna hata development. Ndugu yangu, kuko vile vile tambarare. Niambie, what kind of a situation sasa nini hapo? Do you want us the same kind of situation to proceed? Do you want the same? Haiwezi kuwa kabisa.
Na sisi ndio tutafanya isikue hivyo.
Sisi ndio itafanya isikue hivyo kabisa.
You make a collective decision. Museme hii shida imekuwa na sisi hapa kutoka tuzaliwe, nimeishi hapa sijaona maendeleo yote. Sasa it's a high time I make a decision. Mtu yote anataka kura yangu, lazima niambie atanifanyia nini. Unaona? Na lazima akiniambia atanifanyia nini, mimi pia nikae chini, nijaliane na wenzangu young like me, tuone kama venye watuambia utatusovia problems zetu, is it feasible? Can it really work?
Ama wafanya kutudanganya tu, kutuletea hadi ambazo hazina mbele ama nyuma.
Unaona?
Hatutaki mambo haya, hatutaki mambo. Na kwa maana nakushukuru sana Wilson, manake kwa hii show 254, na ningelisi sana vijana wajitokeze na ari. Sisi bado tuna nguvu, sisi ndo babaru, sisi ndo viongozi wa leo, sio kesho. Kesho yanza leo. Sisi ndi leo, kesho yanza leo, na ni mimi na wewe kufanya kitu. Sasa vijana raundi italazimika tusaidiane, tuweze kuelimishana, tuweze kuketi chini, tuweze kuwa na mikakati, zile policy ambazo devolution ile itatufaidi vipi katika mashinani.
You've heard young people in Mombasa, they are very very much informed. Na raundi wanasema they are going to vote for the right leaders. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back to the show. Today we are discussing issues affecting young people in Mombasa, and my guest here, Albert, is really giving information on what's affecting young Kenyans in Mombasa. Welcome back.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah. So, what other issues do you have?
Issues are still, I've got like two major issues that I would like to tackle with you. One of them being infrastructure, infrastructure improvement. This is whereby the places, the areas, they are not well developed in terms of roads, in terms of road network, telecommunication, electricity, schools, and hospitals, which are major facilities. For an example, you'll find that women have to walk a long way to get water. You'll find that it's not supposed to be like that. We have got CDF funds, but this is due to lack of proper systems on the ground
and mismanagement.
Mismanagement of those funds. We cannot be able to extract these projects that will be able to benefit people. You know, when you take like 15 hours, when you take like an hour or 2 hours going to fetch water for that little, we need to have a water stream near each and every village. This will mean that the energy used by those women to walk that distance, it can be able to be transferred to do something productive, like digging, like educating, helping the children to do the homework, cooking, taking good care, impacting basics moral in the society, which will enable people to have that kind of clean mentality, clear conscience, to have a clear direction of where they are going. You see, lack of schools again. This encourages. You'll find it will walk very long. Even from the word go, you have seen when the examinations have been announced. Just look at yourself. Look at Mombasa. Practically, you can have look at the results and see. I think it's one of the regions that people are not serious about, especially some districts where the minister, the people coming from, senior people, a place even finding a professor is very difficult, my friend. So we need to have schools. CDF should initiate more schools, employment of teachers and people. It should be made comparison as the way the government is backing the initiative. The government with donors have pumped in a lot of cash. This cash should be put to use, because with lack of education, lack of vision, people will automatically perish and they will continue to be taken advantage of. Another issue that I want to end up with is the division, ethnicity division. You'll find that these things of Waswahili, kuna Waarabu, and the Mijikenda. The issue comes is that you'll find a Mwarabu is owning a Mijikenda land. How do you tackle that one? And there's got a big chunk of land. The entire Nyali, the entire coastal alongside, it has been those big people, you see, which it was initially the land issue now here. It was initially for the ancestral. It's so painful, my brother, even your place. How can somebody just misplace you because of money? Your ancestral land. This is different. Ancestral land is very valued in African culture. Do you get me?
Yeah.
It's very much valued. And I find a place for Mijikenda. People like the Waswahilis or Arabs or people from up countries have come, they have manipulated their way, getting the titles and misplaced these people, poor people. This brings the division. People are not united. And when people are not united, that is the best weapon for disunity in the society.
And for politicians,
yeah, for politicians to take advantage.
When
you're not together, they'll take side. They'll poison you with that venom. But it's upon us now to sit back, as the way I've just told you, think again. The change that we want, it will begin within me and you. Yeah.
The MRC question.
Yeah.
Like just this week, the High Court in Mombasa lifted a ban on MRC. MRC is no longer illegal. But I think this is my opinion. MRC, they have grievances.
Yeah.
They have their grievances are true.
Yeah, very sound grievances.
The issues they are raising are true, and they need to be addressed. But I think the best platform is now, like I have heard guys advising them, they form a political party. So my advice is, why don't you guys, MRC, join the political party? They form a political party, and then they ensure that everyone who takes up leadership in Mombasa comes from the MRC party. In that way, they'll be able to ensure that their policies, their grievances are even heard in the highest office in the land.
Yes, please.
From parliament, from judiciary, to the executive.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go, because I think they have grievances.
Yeah.
And what I want young people for us, what I want us to shun is anything close to violence.
And even me, I will not support for us to go the way we went in 2007.
So because when we do that, we take our country back 10 miles.
Yeah.
Is that like you're coming, you're going 2 steps, then you're going 5 back.
Wapiga hatua 2 mbele 8 nyuma. Hakuna kitu cha maana umefanya.
Yeah. So I think to the MRC members, I think the best thing you can do, form a very strong political party, sell your ideology to the coastal people, and your ideology should be on how you'll solve those problems if you have the platform to run the government, or when you guys will go to parliament, or even we never know, we can get a president from the MRC party.
Yes,
we never know. So it's upon them to make sure that you make the right decision and vote for the right people. So what do you think are the solutions to the problems you have highlighted, Mr. Albert?
Basically, we have narrowed down around 8 to 9 issues, which are very thorny. And the same issues, I just want to thank the government finally for having given in to the grievances of lifting up the ban for the MRC. These young guys have got issues, the same issues that I'm sharing with you. There's some of the things that are really disturbing them down deep inside their hearts. But the government has given them a green light. Now it's upon us again, guys from Coast. It's upon us to unite, to come together, to actually extract ourselves, to talk to each other, to enlighten, and expose these issues. Because at the end of the day, when you don't have sound leadership, these issues will continue recurring again, meaning that we shall be going back and back and back again. We shall not be part of the Vision 2030. We want Mombasa to be like the way you are seeing Nairobi today. It's all about choosing right leadership, visionary leadership, sober, with high level of more integrity. And these people can only come from this part. Hawa jamaa wa MRC ndo tukishikana, mi kitu moja naamini, no one was born a leader. The way you are, the focus and the way you can be able to influence and to provide, become a part of the solution to this issue, it will play a key role in the forthcoming election. Sasa mimi kitu ningependa kuwazingatia ndugu zanguni na dada zanguni, afadhali ukule mapeni ya huyo jamaa anayekuja, kula mapeni yake, lakini wewe mwenyewe raundi hii usikubali kutiwa dole. Maana yake ukikubali kutiwa dole, ukidongoa utiwe dole, utakujatiwa mkono mzima, na miaka 5 wewe mwenyewe utaanza kulalamika. Utamlalamikia nani? Miaka 5 jamaa miaka 5 inaweza badilisha, miaka 5 inaweza anzisha pwani mpya, miaka 5 inaweza kutuleta pamoja kwa amani, tushirikiane na tufanye mambo ambayo itapeleka nchi yetu zaidi kukua. Waona?
Yeah. Guys, you've heard this young Kenyan from Mombasa. He's really raised a lot of issues. He's given the solution. But it all boils down for us young Kenyans electing the right leadership. I'll repeat this a million times. I'll sing it. I'll dream about it. But we have to come together as young Kenyans and make the collective decision of electing the right leaders. Once we get that right, we'll live to see Vision 2030. We live to celebrate the greatness of this country. Until next time, keep it 254.
Cheers. Shukran.
Sasa.